look. Damn, that's bright. Hi guys, welcome to my first video. I'm Sunny. If you see me look that way a lot, it's because I can see myself on my MacBook. I've literally got all sorts going on right now. I've got a mirror, I've got the MacBook, I've got my mic, which is over here, and I've got some lighting going on, and I've got my phone. Welcome to my first video. I've been wanting to do long form videos for a while now. I love YouTube. I think most of us grew up on here, at least people my age. Don't ask me my age. But yeah, we're going to do a makeup look today. Obviously it's going to be mostly makeup, as you see on my shorts already. I do skincare on there as well. For the most part it will be makeup. I wanted my first look on here to represent me and just be super fun and creative. So what we're going to do is ignore how disgusting they kind of look, but these are the vibes that we're going for today, kind of like a grey, pink, lavender aura vibe. I want that on my eyes. It just looks really pretty. So that's what we're going to do today. Just gonna jump right in. I'm not gonna lie guys, as soon as I get comfortable, I am a yapper. I have no idea what I'm gonna talk about, but as a certified yapper, I will find a subject and we will just get on. It's so weird that after so long I'm finally doing this. Also, for the first time ever, I've got hair in my mouth. As we go on, obviously I will tell you all the products that I use, so let's get started. I'm actually going to start with the Rhode, I think it's, what is it called? Glazing Milk. I've just gotten this. It is extortionate in terms of pricing, so obviously I went for the baby, which is kind of silly because for a little bit more you could get the full size, but anyway, I am a cheap girl. People apply it on their face. I just can't do that. I'm a messy girl over here. We apply it straight on our hands and we just rub it in. I normally love to prep my face with the Haru Haru Wonder Milky Essence. I think it's lovely with my makeup. This feels, I don't know, it feels quite nice. Kind of the same texture but not. I feel that made no sense. It's more, I feel like it's more oily, to be honest. It feels quite watery in the beginning, and as you rub it in, it does feel a bit oily, so I can understand why people might break out with this. The other one does kind of make me break out too, but I'm just so used to it. I'm going to let that set for a bit because I don't want my base to just slip and slide. It's so sad that we can't just like put music on and just vibe. Back then you could put music on, but then it started to become a bit controversial and people started to sue each other. I'm going to start by brushing my brows. Stick them in place with the NYX brow glue. I really like it. Just kind of, I feel like I've always had really bushy brows. I mean, not feel, I have. I've actually just plucked them recently and taken the bushiness down a little bit because I wanted to see what it would look like with makeup, to have something a bit more, I guess, sharper, maybe I would say. Really works wonders on my brows because they are very thick and they move very easily. For this look, I'm going to start with the P. Louise white cosmetic paint all over and under my brow. I'm going to just shove this straight onto the back of my hand, pack it in, pack it in, and I'm just kind of working this in here. As always, I have no idea how this is going to look, but I'm super excited for the outcome. It's so fun to see how a look comes together at the end. I love it. You'll watch my confidence grow as I'm doing my makeup as well. It's just like a natural thing. I love it so much. I'm just tapping this in around the edges so that it kind of like blends a little bit onto my skin. I want that harsh line around my brow a little bit, but I also do want it to look somewhat seamless. I'm going to try not to get that on my brow, which is a little bit difficult. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. I'm now just going to start tapping this in a little bit. I think I got a bit confident with this side. I feel like the good thing about long form content is that it allows people to relate to each other a bit more. I feel like on other platforms and short form social media, everything has to be so perfect and aesthetic and just, yeah, those vibes. But on here, I feel like things are a bit more raw. You can just be a bit more of yourself, which is kind of scary as well. But you get to relate to people a bit more. You get to show the mistakes that you make along the way, because we all do them. Like, your favorite makeup artist, they do mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Perfect. You know, that's exactly what I wanted. Those are the pastels. I'm now going to use the grey one. I'm going to put a little bit in the back of my hand again. Oh, that's a beautiful colour. Oh my god. Do you guys see that? That's perfect. It literally matches my nails. It matches my top. I'm going to use this kind of brush. I'm just going to pop that on the outer area. I don't want to bring it too high, but I will blend it high. I just don't want to pack it too high just yet. And then I'm going to do the same for the inner corner. Blending it out a little bit over here. That is really pretty, you know. I'm going to use this samplr palette, and it is 03, which is Neon Grunge. It's one of my favourites. However, all these eyeshadows have been mixed around with all the other palettes that I have from there. I'm going to use this grey, which I think is pretty perfect. And let's work it in. That's really going to help intensify it, but also set it in place. I'm going to bring that grey in a little bit, just over here, where we brought the white earlier. I quite like when an eyeshadow is a bit dramatic and it pulls into different places that it wouldn't normally. Just to exaggerate, you know? I'm going to bring that under as well. Makeup is so fun. I think I'm going to go in with this samplr metallic eyeshadow paint. The cream eyeshadow in 04 metallic. There we go. Look at that. It's kind of like a very light kind of lilac-y metallic lavendery colour. I'm going to work that into the brush. I'm just going to tap that in. My nails are a bit metallic, so it kind of adds a little bit of that. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's perfect. I'm going to use the Kylie eyeshadow palette. It has a really nice pink in it, but now that I'm looking at it, I think this is too baby pink. That pink down there, but that's a bit champagne-y. I'm going to use these two colours. I'm going to grab a bit of that purple. That's really pretty too. I didn't want like a clean aura effect like we see a lot. Mine aren't. They kind of just like blend together. As much as I love a cut crease kind of aura look, I really wanted to see how this would look together, more blended like my nails did. That is insane. Yep. See, at this point I just want to do so much stuff, but I'm gonna try and keep it simple. Apparently this is simple. Do you see what I mean? I like the way that that looks. Now I am extra. I'm gonna check how that champagne looks on top. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to use the grey fluffy brush that we had before and just go around these edges here. Only a little bit because I still want the main focus to be the middle. I don't want to just blend it all completely. Okay, cool. I'm using simple makeup remover wipes, the OG, just to remove this paint. And honestly, one wipe is all you need, and if it can remove cosmetic paint, my gosh, not bad. And now it will be easier when I wash my hands. There are a couple of ideas that I have. I could either use this Pradalines silver little liner, which is really pretty. I'm just gonna do this just to show you on my waterline, or a little like red, but I don't think I will use that actually. I feel like I've done a good job. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna have a lot of fun cleaning all these brushes. Said absolutely nobody. I'm gonna add some of that pink just right here. I'm going to leave the eyes for now and work on my base because I kind of want to see how everything works together and then decide what I want to do for my lashes. I'm going to use the MAC Studio Radiance concealer. I use the shade NC 11.5 just to dot on some places. I probably should have like colour corrected my redness, but to be honest, I like a bit of a natural skin situation going through. I'm gonna use this brush to stipple it in a little bit. I don't want it to blend fully. I kind of like the idea of it being a little bit unblended, just so there's some extra coverage when I add my, what is this? A gel tint. And then I'm going to go in with the Milk Hydro Gel Tint, the Grip Gel Tint. I'm going to use my beauty blender. I've been really enjoying just spraying it with the Dalba First Spray Serum. I'm just going to spread this out a little bit so that it's even. And then I'm going to go in. I haven't used this tint since I first got it, to be honest with you. I think I used it maybe a couple of times and I really liked it. I just love using the beauty blender with just that spray. I do think I need a bit more though, because it starts to get dry a little bit. I'm going to pat it in the back of my hand, so it's not, well, the palm of my hand in this case, so it's not too wet. I don't want it too wet, not too dry. Just want it to do its job, to be honest. Okay, I love that so much. I have portrait mode on as I'm recording, and I feel like I'm gonna have to turn it down quite a bit next time I film, because sometimes it fades certain things out. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Contour. I think I use shade Fair. Let you see that? There's not a lot of warmth there. I really like that. It's perfect for contouring, basically. Using the famous F4 brush. I love this brush so much. Why does it have to be so expensive? I've never tried it for base, but I see a lot of people using it. If you use it for base, please let me know. Not that I need an excuse to buy another one, because I just would, but it would help my case. And then I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer. I use the shade Light Medium. I'm going to use the same brush and just pack that in as well. My hair looking a bit orange on... Guys, I'm growing out my natural hair colour. So all this up to here is my natural hair colour. Now, when I was a kid, my natural hair colour was literally just like a light blonde, like a golden kind of blonde. But if you don't know, I'm Portuguese, so when I moved to the UK, it got darker. I think it naturally just gets darker as you age. It doesn't really matter where you live, but obviously if you live in hotter countries where it is sunnier, your hair tends to be a bit more golden naturally. So I feel like I kind of lost the opportunity to have my golden hair at its full potential, but it's okay. I kind of like that it matches my brows. I've always had dark brows, that's the one thing. Dark brows. Now I'm going to carve out with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. I use the shade Cupcake. Some people focus on their brows, I focus on this, okay? I couldn't have the brows because I already have so much brow. So this is the part where I tend to go silent. As good as it gets. And then I just use the excess under my eyes a little bit. I'm not concealing under my eyes, don't be scared. I normally do. I normally use the Collection Cosmetics Ultra Cover Concealer in the shade Extra Fair Warm, which is F4W. And I normally do, but I don't want it to meddle too much under here. But now that I'm talking, I want it there. So I'm going to put a little bit. See, you guys convinced me. By you guys, I mean the 3 viewers. Thank you so much. You know what? I can't believe I almost didn't. Because that makes a lot of difference. For blush, I am awful, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I always use the same 2 blushes. I have 1,000. That's an exaggeration, but I have so many. The first one is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Cheek Tint, and this is in the shade 53. I think it's called Bold Pink, and it's just the perfect cool tone baby pink. And I'm just going to dab that right here. It's so pretty. It's literally perfect. Okay, do we see the vibes? You see the vibes. It's beautiful. I might do a little bit more concealer here. Collection Cosmetics, just a tiny bit right there. And I'm gonna dab it in with the Beauty Blender. Yeah, okay, that's so much better. The second blush that I literally love so much is the Kylie Cosmetics Winter Kissed. You've probably seen it everywhere. It is worth the hype. That's it. I also really like this brush. It's the Sculpted by Amy brush in Perfecting Duo brush. Really good for cream and liquid, and then for your powders. It's just too good. Now, the star of the show. If you like transitional blush painted by Esther Vibes, then you're gonna love this. This is the Makeup Revolution Powder Pop in Rose, I believe. Does it say anywhere? Yes, Rose. It's so pretty. You can't see it, there we go. It's kind of like this baby pink, and I use this. I'm just so used to using it, and it works perfectly. Okay, so I'm just going to add that under here. Do you guys see how that blends my blush perfectly? You see that? It's so good. It blurs your under eye, and it just blends everything together so well. Like, you see that magic, right? It's so good, guys. It's so good. Like, and it's so affordable. It's so good. I adore this product. It is one of my ride or dies since I first got it. Brush that I had, and kind of just swipe any excess off and blend it all nicely together. you. I'm going to use a bit more of the Easy Bake powder because I am getting a bit too shiny for my liking on my forehead. So I'm just gonna pat that in. Did you see that? The way you could see yourselves on my forehead a second ago and now you cannot. We need to finish the eyes pronto. I'm going to grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade medium brown and just kind of play with my brows a little bit. I normally don't fill them in or do anything, but I feel like for this look I kind of want to add a little bit of something else here. So I'm just going to do some really gentle strokes. And then I'm going to glue it back down again because I am messing with the product a little bit. Okay. I'm going to use the brush on the other side. This portrait bullshit needs to fuck off. And I'm just going to blend it in a little bit. Not that it's super obvious. I feel like this product is so nice. People don't use it anymore. There's just too many products in the market, guys. We all eat it up, but there are too many products in the market. Okay, I'm going to glue them back down again. And just press that in. And I'm going to put that on my waterline. I feel like doing anything to your eyes in your waterline or mascara is the most unattractive thing. Like, why do we pull the weirdest faces? Why can't I be nonchalant? I'm the most chalant person. I do want to be a bit extra and put a bit of these. Now, I don't actually use them for their sole purpose, which is those lashes that you put on and they stay for, gosh, however long, 10 days apparently in this. I actually just use them as normal lashes. I really like how long these are and I break them in half even though they're already quite small and add them in. I'm going to use a couple of the bottom ones on the outer edges and then a couple of the top ones for the inner parts. There has to be something between a type A person and a type B person because I'm in the middle. Like, I like things tidy and organised, but I'm also the messiest person and very unorganised. Like, I have my moments. It's called ADHD, guys. Unrelated, but I just found this in my drawer and it's like a little sample. It's like the smallest sample of the Huda Beauty Easy Bake perfume, and tell me why that shit is so good and so accurate to the smell of the powder. Like, it smells so good and it costs £70. That's a conversation for another day. How's this eyelash glue? It hasn't dried, guys. It works. I'm just using like this mini eyeliner. I'm probably not saying it correctly. I do have Duo lash glue, but I found this and I'm going to use it. I've just popped that in the back of my hand. It is a MF to remove afterwards, but I do find it easier when applying lashes, which I'm not naturally very good at. For the mascara, I'm going to use the Lash Sensational Body mascara from Maybelline, just to kind of like marry them together. I just use these kind of studs. I'm not going to add any glue to them because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm literally not going anywhere after this. Yes, I had put both of these aside. They are the Pure Glash highlighters from 2AN. I think I'm gonna do a mix of both because I like this kind of like frosted vibe, but I also like the greyish sparkles. doesn't show up as much. Oh, there it is. I think I'm going to use the grey one on the inner part of the eye. I feel like it would look quite good there. Right, I'm going to use Endless Cacao from Makeup Forever. It's just a really good kind of like a greyish tone brown. And I'm just going to outline the lips. The way it's coming together, I love it. For the centre part, I'm going to use the Max Factor Mellow Blur lipstick in 020 Raspberry Rush, and I'm just going to dab it in the centre, just for a bit of colour. Guys, I forgot that I had put a purple blush aside. But I'm happy with what we've got at the moment, so it's okay. I'm actually going to use this on my lip. This is the Made by Mitchell blush in Primadonna. I think, I don't know. I feel like this one matches the nails better. We're gonna do this one. Look how pretty it is. I'm also going to set it with the Makeup by Mario setting spray. This is the Surreal Skin Soft Setting Spray. Literally the second. But that's the look completed. I hope you've enjoyed my first video as much as I have. I feel like this is going to be really fun for me to get out of my comfort zone and just yap and yap and yap. But I get to say those things for the first time, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. I don't get to say it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.